Hey everyone, I'm McDowell here with another YouTube video. And I just want to start by saying I hope everyone has a very safe and well Labor Day. Um, a lot of stuff is going to be happening this weekend that I'm trying to see about doing. Maybe going down to the Peach Festival in Romeo. If you don't know what that is, it's basically Peach, of course. Romeo does a Peach Festival almost every single year. I'm not sure about last year. I don't think I remember about going to it. But they do a peach where they basically cut up a peach and they sell the fried peaches. I mean, it's almost like the real marketing of the money for them. Like one very delicious gourmet food is peach cobbler. So it even tastes a lot better with whipped cream and ice cream and stuff like that. So if you ever had peach cobbler, go down to Romeo and check it out to get your own peach cobbler. But one thing that I used, the reason why was that one, and usually go with my family to see arts and crafts. Everyone has a very creative idea about what they think is actually quite good to make. Everyone has a hidden talent about everything, whether it be with sports or art or writing or reading. Everyone has a very creative style to themselves, and arts and crafts is where they take little trinkets, they put them all together. I mean, you wouldn't be surprised how talented people are at arts at the either the Peach Festival, or even at, well, I like to go to the Sour Festival in October in the Holly. Now the thing is that the problem is that these are mostly, like, say, average people, everyday people that do this for a hobby, but they make money off it. Kind of like YouTube, but it's not really exactly. YouTube is not exactly, well, like most people nowadays would see it as a big like a big job, a lifeline. That's kind of it's kind of a bit of a stretch, because the problem is that if you lose views, which I've lost a lot of views, that you might not always be lucky. It's a bit like the stock market. You'll go steady up, 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 and then all of a sudden, I mean, that's usually how it is. With stocks and features and stuff like that. But hey, that's life. You just gotta try to work through it, you know. But when it comes to the, like, say, the Peach Festival, getting back to that, is that you see a lot of people from different backgrounds, especially all over Michigan. They come to Romeo, share their pride and joy of creating things that are so really beautiful and so really creative. You just wonder if they actually do that for a living. In some ways, they do for a living. What talent do you guys have? Do you actually express your talent? Do you actually, show what you can do? Are you an artist? Are you, like, say, I'm not saying like a music artist. I'm talking about, say, an actual art form, not exactly in the martial arts, but say in the regular art, whether it be with paint, whether it be with trinkets or stuff like that. I mean, are you like, say, the MacGyver of arts and crafts? Because that'll be great. That'll be awesome. The thing is, you'd be surprised. Like I said, you'd be surprised what people can do when they put their mind into it. And that is one thing you should always keep a open mind onto anything. You should not just stick to one thing. With me, the only thing I did stick, and which was my probably not really my greatest mistake, but my one thing I always stick to was the martial arts, and that was it. I never tried anything. I never tried anything else because I wasn't sure if I really had that. I mean, some will say call me stupid, but the thing is, I just couldn't find that certain creativity in myself. But as I got older, keep an open minded on what I can do, then I can help show others what they can do. And what better way to try to become a great role model than seek out your own best creativity? Then help others to show their great creativity. Where you say it would be like with hair. I mean, people who actually deal with hair and barbershops, they are very they have a very unique design. I mean, not saying it's all bad, but the thing is that Look at me, my very simple short design. This is basically this whole hair thing with me is a life choice. I'm not going to throw it away. If you ever see pictures of me with hair, you will laugh. I mean, you definitely will laugh. Man, Albert looks like a doofus in this picture. And the thing is that that's just me with my style of hair. But women or people who in barbershops deal with hair, they got a lot of unique designs. And what was funny is that I seen in one movie called Mouse Hunt that this woman had this ball of yarn full of hair, and the whole thing caught on fire with a mouse went right through it. It was like it was a cigar or something. So that's just a piece of art form that's actually was, of course, it was humorous, but you'd be surprised in these Art Beats and These, or not the Art Beats and These, but the Peach Festival and the Sire Festival. They all come out, they do their own thing, try to make their own business. And while I say that if you have a creative mind and express yourself, try to do it in a positive way that show your character and not show the negativity of what you want it to be. I mean, don't. I mean, they say that art is very expressional, which it is. Even the martial arts is expressional. It's not in martial arts. It's not all about kicking and punching and yelling or trying to get the best of your opponent. No, there actually is some beautiful part of art in it. I mean, the thing is, if you ever go to the drama shows, like Jackie Chan and Sammo Hung both came from the I think with the Peking Opera Theater in China, and the thing is they were basically drama dancers, and it incorporate martial arts in it. So there is some art form in it, and in crafting is the same way. You could take a entire strip of yarn and almost make it into a tire wool vest. So that's why that men and women, it don't matter if men actually do it too. I mean, a lot of men over the years have been made fun of, really cool and mocked even by women. They know how to sew or they know how to yarn. Men, whatever talent you have inside of you, do not be ashamed of it. As long as it is effective and that there actually is some benefit of the doubt that it can actually be expressed, do not take any negative criticism saying that you are no good at sewing, you're no good at what was another one that like for one, ballet. There's been a lot of ballet dancers in that too. There are men. So men, if you find something that you are talented in, practice it, master it, and then keep trying to actually excel it. Now, it might not always get you a full time job because it is a passion. It's a passion of doing something to express yourself, and sometimes it don't always pay. But the thing is that it's all about how you it's how you excel at it. It's one of your pieces of talent, but don't always be stuck on one piece of talent. That was kind of a bit of my mistake. But the thing is, I've been trying to find creativity and expression, and also in different talents. That's what's part about growing up. That's the part about getting older. You learn how to do things, and it's nothing wrong about learning something new to excel your talent to. So therefore, men, don't be afraid to don't be afraid to express your talent, where your talent at, whether it be dancing, ballroom dancing, ballet dancing, or sewing, yarning, or modeling. Just as long as you're not being used up for. I mean, certain areas you should always question it before you try it first. That's just the same. That's almost like saying trying and do drugs and alcohol. It's just simple pressure. Hey, come here. That's just a simple pressure like that. But the thing is, you try to do it free will on what you want to do first, and you practice it. I mean, yeah, you're not gonna be great on the first go, but you practice it. That is what real constructive criticism is saying. You'll never get it. You never get it. No, you always practice. And women, same way. You always practice because you're not always going to be straight up talented day one. It takes years. It takes years to do it. It might take some of your lively. It takes an entire lifetime to learn one piece of talent, to master it and do it like secondhand memory. In the martial arts, we call that spontaneous reaction. Reaction without thought, reaction without emotion. So therefore, when it comes to creativity, you'll find a little bit in the martial art handbook of what it is to be expressive, creative, and talented. That's why you should always, always have self-respect for your talent and for yourself. Even if no one actually supports you financially, emotionally, figuratively, you still try to keep that self-respect and your own self-esteem. Now, of course, it's always going to be tough without someone on your shoulder. I mean, that's life. I mean, people die, people leave, people find new things. That's part of life. That's really part of life. You try real hard to, like, for example, you try to be creative. You try to be creative on, say, for a man to try to talk to a girl. You can't even talk. You can't even talk to a girl anymore because you automatically assume that you're a Harvey Weinstein or you're a serial killer. You gotta be creative and try to impress her. They probably don't need to impress her. Your talents are right there. The only person you should be worried about to impress is yourself first. Hey, I learned how to read a new book. I learned how to sew. I learned how to work on my car. Always learn something new. Be creative. Express your talents. Know what your real worth is. Ladies, same way. But the thing is that women are a little more scared. They are a little more scared to express themselves because they feel that they might get mocked as well because they're so emotional. Ladies, if the men have courage, you can have courage too, but you should always be feminine about it. If you be too masculine about it, that's the ego talking. The thing is, there's enough ego in the world to express talent. Talent comes from both here and in here, not just by these or by this, because this always keeps moving. It comes it comes from the soul of every person, men, women, everywhere. Creativity is everything. Talent is 50% of one's character. Self-respect is 50% of one's character. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all have like I said, I hope you all have a very safe and wonderful holiday. This is Albert McDowell, signing off.